Hello, and this is Dr. Corey King from AskDrKing.com. Today, we're going to be discussing getting pregnant. And it may be a little strange for me to be talking about this, but the reason I wanted to address this topic is I get a lot of questions. And even today, I was on our thyroid support group, and patients were asking or they were commenting, "Hey, Dr. King, I've been diagnosed with hypothyroidism, and I just want to make sure that I can get pregnant." Or one person got on there and they shared their story and said that, "Hey, I've been diagnosed with hypothyroidism as well. Are there any risk to me getting pregnant?" And a lot of the comments were, some people were saying there's absolutely no risks. Other patients were saying there are risks. The condition can be passed down. And I just want to kind of give my opinion and from what I've seen over these 10 plus years of working with patients, especially those with thyroid conditions. So here we go. All right, now let's say that you're wanting to get pregnant and you get diagnosed with hypothyroidism. The first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure you do not have Hashimoto's disease. And the reason being, statistically speaking, 90% of you patients with hypothyroid have Hashimoto's disease. And that's an autoimmune condition that's attacking the thyroid gland. I've got plenty of videos and articles about that you can read and watch. But if you have Hashimoto's disease, you've got to be very, very careful conceiving, but also during the whole period of when you are pregnant to make sure that, one, you do not miscarry, and two, that you have a very, very healthy baby when they do come out. So let's start with the autoimmune patients and miscarriages. I have had too many women cry to me, email me, contact me and say, "Dr. King, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4 miscarriages. I have an autoimmune condition, but I just can't seem to carry the baby to full term." What I tell those patients is there's a reason that you're not carrying the baby to full term. And sometimes it's a blessing in disguise, because I also used to work with the children who were suffering, struggling with autism. And there's a common denominator that I started to see. It wasn't in every family, but I saw it enough to draw these correlations. Moms that had a thyroid condition that was mismanaged or misdiagnosed during pregnancy sometimes, again, it's not all the time, sometimes had children that were then diagnosed with autism down the road. So this is why I'm very, very nitpicky on making sure, one, we know what's going on with the mother, and two, we're supporting that mother during pregnancy. My fiance, she has Hashimoto's disease. Our goal next year is to get pregnant. What do you think we're doing until next year? Everything possible to get her as healthy as humanly possible so we can have, I really want a little baby girl, but as long as they're healthy, I'm not picky. So if you have an autoimmune condition, you need to have a doctor that understands exactly what autoimmune is and what it does. Now, your integrative doctors and your functional medicine doctors, those are going to be the ones that I recommend. Not just because that is who I am and what I do, but because the traditional medical model does not have a treatment plan or a management plan for an autoimmune thyroid condition except to give you your medication. Now, granted, you could have another type of autoimmune condition. I'm not trying to poo-poo those autoimmune conditions and not talk about those. But typically, we see a lot of difficulties with thyroid patients and trying to conceive and get pregnant and carrying the baby to full term. So that's why I'm talking specifically about Hashimoto's patients. Okay, so now you can get pregnant and you can have a thyroid condition and you can have a wonderful pregnancy and you can have a wonderful little baby. It is possible, but you've got to have somebody on your side that is managing and checking your condition throughout the pregnancy. How frequently? At least every 2 to 3 months. A lot of patients contact me and they say, "Hey, Dr. King, I've been told that I can't take supplements while I'm pregnant." Here's the reason why. A lot of natural companies, supplement companies out there, do not have the financial backing to do really big research studies on pregnant women. Like medical companies such as the pharmaceutical companies that have all the money to do all this research about the medication, right? That's a different story. We can get into some philosophical debates about those research studies, if you will. But also, there's not a lot of women, and that I would venture to say, they're going to subject themselves to being guinea pigs for research while they're pregnant. Now, what I tell our mothers when they get pregnant, they say, hey, Dr. King, this product says do not take during pregnancy or when you are breastfeeding. And I'm going to say that is what the company says. Now, let's say you have Hashimoto's hypothyroid, meaning you either need a medication or you need some type of natural support. If you're already on a medication, those doctors aren't going to tell you to stop taking the medication. They're going to keep you on your meds during the pregnancy because you need them. It's the same thing with supplementation and natural products. So if you have an autoimmune condition and you're not going the traditional medical route and taking their medicines, and you want to go the natural route, you can do that during pregnancy, but the onus is on you, meaning I tell my patients, look, I'm going to make you sign some documents that says, we're not liable, the manufacturer's not liable, you're doing this because this is your option, right? Have I seen any negative side effects? No. Have I had women that were pregnant patients of mine that delivered healthy babies taking natural products? Yes. Have I had patients that were pregnant that delivered healthy babies that were taking medication? Yes. The whole point is you need to know exactly what health condition you have. It needs to be managed properly. So let's say that you are a young soon-to-be mom, you and your spouse or your partner are wanting to get pregnant, and you contact me and you say, hey, Dr. King, this is our goal. This happens all the time. I'm working with a young couple that came to me exactly for this. They spent a ton of money trying to get pregnant, and if you've been in that world, you know how expensive that can be. And they said, hey, Dr. King, we're trying to get pregnant. We haven't been able to conceive in 6 years. Is there something you can do? Well, guess what? The wife had Hashimoto's disease. None of the doctors diagnosed her with that. So we're doing everything we can to get her as healthy as possible so that way they can start. So kind of a long little video to basically say, yes, you can get pregnant when you have a thyroid condition. You can have a healthy baby when you have a thyroid condition. But please find a doctor that knows, one, how to manage you during pregnancy. If they don't have any experience with that, then just ask for another referral. It's nothing against the doctor, but find somebody that's done this before. Two, make sure you know exactly what condition you have. Because if you have Hashimoto's disease, that's completely different than just low thyroid, right? So there's going to be triggers that you're going to want to avoid during your pregnancy to not make your autoimmune condition attack your thyroid, right? And then three, just know that it can happen, right? You can do it. You just need the right help and the right guidance. If you'd like more information, visit us at AskDrKing.com. You can check out our YouTube channel, Ask Dr. King. Take a look at us on Facebook as well. Make sure to like and share these videos because you never know whose life you may change just by doing that. If you have a specific question, then feel free to shoot me an email. Dr. King at AskDrKing.com. All right. Until next time, I look forward to delivering more educational material that's going to add value to your life. Have a great day.